Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Saturday, which means it is time for another Nozz Watches High School of the Dead. Oh boy. So, in the last episode, the gang got all together. They got a big titty nurse who has a driver's license, so, they can steal cars and it be completely, on the level. And they learned, everyone figured stuff out. It means, hey, school shooter Kun managed to get a gun. I mean, it's a nail gun, but it's still a gun, and it still works. So, hey, there you go. And I guess the benefit of it is it seems like it's relatively quiet, and seeing as these guys respond to sound, it works. Yay! I'm excited to see where we're going to go with this, because this is going to be, them actually leaving the school, which I was afraid they wouldn't do. I was afraid that, the whole gimmick would be like, oh, yes, we shall use this high school as our bunker, as our survival place, and it's like, this place is filled with infected that you probably don't even know where all of them are. You need to leave, and there's also not going to be much in the way of food here. I mean, if there's a gardening club, maybe, but I doubt the gardening club is going to be growing anything more than fucking begonias. But, hey, let's see where they wind up going, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go! All political parties have announced that shit's fucked. Everyone's going to die. I love how that's like a thing that you'd really only say in Japan. The police are finally resorting to firearms. I mean, if this was America, the second they see zombies, it's like, nah, chuk. Fuck you, gamer. It's fucking zombies! Tell the people that it's zombies, goddamn! Oh my Jesus, dude. It's fucking zombies, my dude. Panic, you're beyond panic control at this point. It's fucking zombies. Damn you, Obama! Obama's fleeing. Okay, an aircraft carrier, probably the safest place to be. Especially if you're over deep enough water. Because even if the zombies can fucking... The entire city of Beijing! Okay, London being fine, I can see that happening. London is one of the... Okay. Of all the cities that is going to have an issue... All the places is going to have issues with the zombies, right? The two places I would argue are going to be the safest are probably, urban America and... Actually, no, maybe not urban. Rural America and England. England, because we've got a very, very big closed-circuit system. So the police, which are the only people that really have firearms, they are going to have a very good ability to track where everything is. So they'll be able to corral the zombies into quarantine zones and brrrr. But also, the entirety of the underside of London is essentially ancient fucking tunnels, which means that there are plenty of places to hide people. Stash away people, ancient tunnels from, the Roman times, or ones from World War II, or just disused subway tunnels. And yes, if the zombies get down there, it could be an issue, but if you have armed guards down there, they're shooting down a tunnel. If you have enough bullets, you can maintain it. And America, while the suburbs and the cities are probably fucked, because, they're very Democrat-leaning and very few of them have guns, rural America, there's a very low population density, which means density of zombies is going to be even lower, and just about everybody has a fucking gun, which means that the zombies aren't going to last very long. So the cities will fall, and there will be a lot of fucking zombies coming from the cities. But the rural areas will have plenty of time to set up. You gotta get 6 feet apart from the zombies at all times. Yeah, Japan would be kind of fucked though, I get the feeling. Like, because culturally, the Japanese are not ready for this. Like, and that's nothing, that's not like, that's not me being mean. It's like, most of Japan is very, very proper. And England has a similar issue, but the issue is that we've got a large subset of our population like, come on, England! Score some fucking goals! And those people, unfortunately, would be the people that would be the ones to rise up and cave in some zombie skulls. I mean, the undead might. Nah. I mean, ideal. I mean, if they are dead, if they're dead, then their cells aren't creating ATP. And ATP is the thing that makes things move. So if they're moving while not making ATP, something fucky's going on. Because dead cells cannot make ATP. God, can you get the kendo bitch a fucking actual sword? At this point, she's just using a shittier version of the bat. Like, seriously, that fucking nail gun's, like, quiet as shit. Like, it makes a little bit of noise, but I imagine the zombies probably would not react to it that much because it's just like a low ding, ding. It's because their brains are no longer limp. Excellent, a distraction. Morons. You had a perfect distraction. You should have run for it. Ray, what the fuck? Aim for the head, you moron. It's amazing that that nail gun has iron sights. Or did he put them on himself? Because it looked like they was part of the gun. If he made irons for that, then hey, fucking school shooter coon knows what he's doing. CG zombie re. If you could clear out the entire school and you had access to ability to grow food, wouldn't be that big an issue because I now think about it, some Japanese schools do have gardening clubs. I don't know if they actually grow food. Problem is, clearing a school this size is going to take an inordinate amount of time and it's going to make noise. And if anybody else has the same idea, you're going to have to deal with attackers. I'd argue that an American school with a proper anti-school shooter fence might be a better idea because a lot of American schools have really, really big fields and shit. So if you could raid a Home Depot or a Walmart for some seeds, but a lot of commercial seeds create seedless food, so you would need to keep raiding fucking things. So Oofer doofer. Like, you need to live in a rural area that actually sells seeds that... Well, that works. Yeah, their skin's already turning black from necrosis. Like, so they're going through necrosis real fucking fast. And yet they're still able to move and they're not really decaying. So yeah, no, there's something fuckety going on. Moron! Leave him! Leave him! Why is he using a man catcher anyway? Oh yeah, no, he did make his own irons, alright. Seriously. Like, if that was me and that guy made that noise with a stupid fucking man catcher, I mean, first of all, who uses a fucking man catcher as your weapon during a zombie apocalypse? Fuck off. Right? Like, I would just been like... And run. Fuck that man. Everyone else stay silent and run. That man has volunteered to be lunch. Why did you have that fucking towel? Moron! Second rule, why would you wear something that is very easily grabbed by the fucking undead? Let that bitch go. She's gone. Their fucking ascots on their fucking fukus are also really stupid ideas. Remove that. Everyone shut the fuck up and get to the bus. You goddamn morons. Damn. Takagi and School Shooter-san are just gonna wind up fucking, huh? The next generation of survivors are going to have the genes of a tsundere and a school shooter. Amazing. Okay, you did not need to do the sick fucking flip. She doesn't... Leave. 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 Get the fuck out. Let me guess, he's a rapist. Let me guess, he's a rapist. That's the big twist, right? Why are you bringing books? Leave him. Leave him. I mean, yeah, kicking him in the face, bad idea, but in a situation like this, he's kind of right. Not about that, though. In situations like that, where somebody has sprained their ankle and you're in a life or death situation, and rescuing them is liable to get more people killed, it's not a good idea. It's heartless, but it needs to be done. Like, you should try and save everyone you can, but they're already in a situation where any moment lost is a moment they die. Like, that is something in zombie media I do kind of hate, when it's like the only character who acts pragmatically is the evil one. And I understand the whole point of being a hero is doing the impossible, right? Like, that's the whole point. But in a real situation, like, no, he's right, which sucks. Oh, he's gonna try and take control, isn't he? He's gonna. And that is the most Japanese thing I've ever heard. Okay. This is why my post-apocalyptic zombie thing will be a social libertarian utopia. Everyone helps themselves, but helping other people is encouraged because it means you get help too, dumbass. Probably wouldn't work in application because people can be selfish pricks. But that's why you shoot the selfish pricks. What? 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 My gamer, why are you just... How you not notice the zombies everywhere? Or are you just in shock? Holy shit. I mean, that's how you starve to death. You need to find her a bra. Oh my god. Really? Shoot him. Shoot him right the fuck now. She's got some real anger for Class 3B, huh? No, a conflict that like that proves that this group isn't going to work and they should split the fuck up. The world is over, idiot. The thing of seniority no longer applies. This is the point where Ray goes, alright, well, this is our bus. We found it first. Get out, Mr. Leader, and take your fucking people with you. Like, that'd be my thing. It's like, this is our bus. Get the fuck off. Don't you leave the bus, you dumb fucking bitch! Oh my god! Why are they leaving the bus that they found? Oh my fucking god. How the fuck was that bus driving for that long with zombies in it? Holy shit. Like, why are the buses still running? Like, now you... well, can't hit those. I mean, I'm still enjoying this as a piece of zombie media, but like, oh goddamn! All right, people acting real fucking stupid, huh? But I guess it's a stupid that I'm not like, oh yeah, that would never happen. It's so unrealistic. No, people are emotional morons sometimes. Oh hey, Mad Max is happening. Oh no, it's just a zombie in a helmet. He can't he can't bite because of the helmet. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I feel like hitting him with a brick wouldn't be enough for that. I don't know. I don't know on that one, Chief. Democracy under the dead. Oh boy. Alright, so this is gonna sound like a hot take, right? Democracy doesn't work in crisis situations. It really doesn't. You gotta go like you gotta go either authoritarian you gotta go either authoritarian or libertarian. That's the only way it works. Authoritarian is the most efficient, but it also has the highest chance of leading to rebellion and murder. Because you get one person with supreme control over everything. They decide who gets the food, they decide who gets the weapons, they decide who stays, they decide who goes. And if you eventually start rebuilding society, they decide who breeds. And that's gonna cause resentment, all of that. And they decide who eats as well. And that's gonna cause resentment. Because people, okay, I say people, but this is mostly a Western thing because Eastern people culturally tend to be a little more like accepting of authoritarianism, and that's literally because authoritarianism is the longest standing thing in their societies. So, but like with democracy and libertarianism being more of a recent thing for them, like relatively speaking. Um, but in general, authoritarianism is really, really efficient in the short term. But the longer it goes on, and the more leaders you get that are fucking actual pieces of shit, the more likely it is for your society to break down. Hey! You don't have any helmets, so that's a oopsie. Hooray! Imagine if they just didn't take the bike because he was like, oh yeah, right, I don't have my license. Seems like very large amount of people don't know that. To be continued. Ooh boy. Oh boy, and you've just got actual rapists going on. All right, society has collapsed. But just to finish my point while the credits are going, yeah. So an authoritarianism, very very good in the short term, but a libertarian system, while it on the surface is a lot more chaotic, and it literally it requires that you have a group of people that are amiable to each other, and you're not gonna have like people going ridiculous on it. And I'm not saying like libertarianism in like no, oh, don't step on me, government, anarchy. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying like the actual concept of libertarianism, which is everyone's an individual, everybody is independent, and there is the possibility of having a leader or a government, but it's based entirely on a social contract theory, where hey, I'll be the leader, I'll provide these in exchange for this. And if everybody agrees, then cool, that guy is the leader, but it can be rescinded at any time, right? But that's not entirely necessary, right? Because you could just have a small community of people that are all completely independent, and they're all just doing what they can so that they can survive. Benefit to this is it works on a you scratch my back, I scratch yours situation where, hey, I need help putting up my zombie fence. Like, hey, Steve, could you give me a hand? He's like, oh, yeah, dude, no, it's fine. Bang, 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 bang. And then Steve is like, hey, bud, like, some zombies got caught in my fence, like, and it's shorting out my transformer. Do you want to give me a hand? He's like, hey, yeah. Yeah, no problem, Steve. Here we go. And just, you help someone out, they help you out. Favor for a favor. And, it might not even be that. It might even just be like, hey, yeah, bud, like, thanks for the help. Here, have a can of beans. Not saying, of course, that everything is transactional. Not saying that. Like, and going into every interaction expecting a transaction is a bad way to do it. But the system encourages basically paying people back for favors, and basically, like owing, like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, And while there is a higher chance of that breaking down in the short term, if you manage to get it to survive into the long term, it usually lasts pretty long in theory, right? Once again, I have to say in theory, because the only examples of authoritarian versus libertarian versus democracy in apocalypse scenarios basically is media and applying the theories as they stand, as they are written. So, yeah, before you go like, no, how would you know all this? Not like zombie apocalypse ever happened. Yeah, but I'm going by the theories and the way that these things are supposed to work. Like, and also like based a little bit off of like small societal things that you see every now and again, right? Because there are small democratic societies and small like other societies that show up in like disaster things, like temporary ones, but they barely ever last like a week or so. Yeah, like, and in fact, like we actually do have an example of a libertarian thing failing in the short term. It's like that fucking what was it, the Capitol Hill autonomous zone? That started as a libertarian thing, but turned authoritarian real fucking quick. And yes, everybody there was a dipshit fucking Antifa moron who really did not know the first goddamn thing about what they were doing, and that's why they fell to authoritarianism. If you have an incapable populace that are not able to fend for themselves, then they are going to trend towards authoritarianism. Because someone who is capable, or at least is able to pretend to be capable, will then rise to the top and be like, hey, I know how to do all these things. Put me in charge. Put me in charge. I'll do it. And that's how authoritarianism starts, and that's where people don't realize it. And guess what? It fucking collapses. It fucking collapsed because they were incompetent. They didn't have a single farmer among them. They didn't have anybody that knew how to do anything. They basically brought in people that were actual pieces of shit into their society. Which is why, in a zombie apocalypse scenario, or any scenario that is an apocalypse, you need to vet your survivor group. The survivor group that you put together, you need to make sure that they jive with your group. If you have anybody who is like, yeah, I don't like the way this is going, or I don't like you, or you're a piece of shit, like, you're like, okay, leave. This isn't a request. Leave. Because if you're not going to jive with the group, you're a detriment to the survival of everyone else. And I'm going to segue that into talking about the actual episode. Hooray! So, I do like this episode very, very much in that it is a pretty good explanation of... exploration, not explanation. Exploration of group dynamics in a crisis scenario. And these kids, like, they aren't going to know half the shit I know. Like, they're high schoolers, for one. Like, they are, like, 16? They're, like, 10 years younger than me. Like, so they're not gonna know theory. They're not gonna know, like, how to put together a society. They're not gonna know sociology. I mean, like, me, I had to learn it. I had to learn a lot of, like, social dynamics and sociology because, it's fun. It's fun to look at that shit, but it all comes in very, very handy for, like, dealing with groups and stuff. And it's, honestly, if I could make one subject mandatory for everyone, I would make sociology and psychology of groups a mandatory subject, because it's very useful. Very, very useful for analyzing things. And while, like, I don't always get everything right, because it's not like I majored in or anything, like, I feel like I have a very good grasp of it. Of course, like, someone who's actually studied it is gonna come and be like, no, actually, Nozz, you're wrong. Fuck you. I was like, alright, fine. Like, so these guys, they're going in here and they're thinking, well, the more people we have, the better, right? And blah, 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 blah. And I bet if this Mr. Shido wasn't probably a huge rapist, like, everyone probably would be going along with, oh yeah, no, you can be the leader, yeah. Because these are high schoolers. They're going to respect their teachers. Because it's Japan. And they have a very big respect thing over there, And once again, most of their history has been authoritarian. Democracy was only really introduced to them, like, fucking, oh, Jesus Christ. Democracy was introduced to them less than 100 years ago. Like, holy shit, that's kind of fucked. Yeah, so that makes sense. God, my brain's not wanting to work on that one. I do think that it is really dumb of them to do a lot of the stuff they're doing, like abandoning the bus. Well, I mean, only 2 of them abandoned the bus, but it's still really stupid. It shows that Rei is overly emotional. And I understand, her boyfriend just died, but it's a crisis situation. You can deal with your trauma later. Like, there is, like, oh god, like, there is... I know that's not really fair to say to a teenager, right? But it's like... Surely, right? Like, your life is in current, present danger. Surely, you are able to, like, compartmentalize just a little bit. Just a little tiny fucking bit. I don't know. I don't know, like, I mean, or just be like, okay, if you want to be leader, I don't want to be part of your group, this is our bus, get the fuck out. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the other members of her group would probably back them up. Like, it's clear that she has some issue with him. It's clear that something fuckety has happened, and they just watched him kill a student. Also, they have guns, or a gun. Like, not a gun, but a gun. A projectile weapon. Like... Like, I mean, like... So, like, what weapons do they have? Like, they've got a bat, They had a man catcher. I don't think we saw the man catcher guy die, so he might even be in there. And every one of the rest of them is unarmed. So they've got 2 weapons. They got 2 fucking weapons. Versus our group, where just about everybody is fucking armed. Except for, I forgot her name. The pink-haired girl, the tsundere. Everyone is armed except her because she's carrying the extra magazines for the fucking nail gun. It's not that hard. Oh boy, but yeah, I'm very excited. I like everything that's going on. I like the group dynamics. I like the way it's going. These kids are making stupid decisions, but they're kids. They're going to make stupid decisions, and I'm enjoying watching them see it. Because I can actually see, like, the logic that they were using to make their decisions. It's bad logic, don't get me wrong, and I'm hoping that they learn from it and become a little bit more capable. But still, I'm enjoying the ride. Still ignoring the fan service, just because a lot of the fan service is zombie panties. Not a big fan of that. Get rid of that, please. Stop it. But yeah, it's good. I like it. It's fun. But, yeah, that's really all I gotta say. So let me know what you thought of this episode down there in the comments. Whether you liked it, you disliked it, or you want to bring up something that I left out, because that is entirely possible. Oh, boy. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share social media, tell your friends, hit the share button down below, and if you want to support the channel monetarily, you can through Patreon or a one-time Streamlabs donation, which is all linked down in the description. Big thanks to all of you that do that. You guys are the absolute best. I love you! And yeah, I'm gonna go get something to eat, because I still haven't eaten today. Yay! If you want more content from me, I do try and post anime every single day at around noon, and I try and stream just about every day. I think there's going to be a stream today. It's going to be a little earlier than normal. Probably around like 3 or 4 o'clock. And hopefully I will see you there. Oh boy. Anyway, have a good one, everyone. And I'll see you in the next video. We must have become a trash mammal today. And I will see you a